Hello, I'm Marissa Joint, back to further discuss the prospect of single-payer healthcare. In my first video, we talked about the benefits of single-payer healthcare and how it can change for the better the way our country handles healthcare. Single-payer allows everyone, regardless of employment or income status, access to healthcare. It will pull us away from the system that currently focuses on employer participation but yet doesn't guarantee healthcare even to those who are employed. Single payer will allow everyone access to procedures and prescriptions that to them are either life-changing or life-saving. And in the process, it will lower costs, specifically on the administrative end. There are two main reasons people oppose single-payer healthcare. They are money and fear. They don't think that we are able to cover the costs, and they are afraid that even if we could, it would lead to the government providing everything from healthcare to transportation to housing in Beverly Hills. When it comes to talking about the differences in costs from our current multi-insurance company system and a single-payer healthcare system, bottom line is, well, the same. Right now, the average American pays upwards of $10,000 a year on health insurance-related expenses, and that number is expected to increase over the next several years to almost $15,000 by 2023. The point here is that we are already spending the money. It's time to distribute it correctly so that it goes to caring for the well-being of our citizens instead of lining the pockets of CEOs. Some suggestions made by Senator Sanders are a payroll tax increase and income tax increase. The words tax increase are often very off-putting to most, but when looking at the big picture, paying taxes will cut costs for both employers and citizens, and they will end up paying less than what they are currently paying to health insurance companies. Plus, don't forget I mentioned in the last video that total costs will be lower as well. Another concern from the opposition is that we would just keep sliding into a socialist or communist society if we were to start paying for healthcare. But in reality, they are just falling victim to the slippery slope fallacy. Providing healthcare does not make us any less of a democratic or capitalist state, and it certainly does not mean that we will begin providing housing to those in Beverly Hills. It only means that we as a country realize that we are facing a crisis, and we care enough about each other to fix it. Looking at the facts, it's hard to argue that single-payer healthcare is not what we need. Now, the question is, how do we do it? We need to convince Congress to develop a plan that both sides can agree on, and it needs to slowly transition us from our current system to single payer because we don't want to shock either the taxpayers or the healthcare industry. With cooperation and patience, the United States can join the other first world countries and offer their citizens the basic right to healthcare.